Hilarious. Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news for the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now I'm gonna try to get through this one real quick. All right, got things to do, but it's a lot to unpack and talk about when you're talking about things like this. Uh, Terence Crawford, right? You know they're still playing keep away with this GOAT status, right? You know Terence Crawford is in the world of boxing of late. And for those that don't know, he's been undisputed in two weight divisions. Could have been three already because when he left the lightweight division, he was the baddest one there too, and was trying to go for the third weight division and trying to go up to 154 to fight Jamel Charlo, but because Jamel Charlo went to fight Canelo, then that fell through, right? And then he's like, well, shoot, I just have to go way up there because to the next undisputed guy, the 168 pounds, and Canelo Alvarez. So, you know, at this point of Terence Crawford's career, he's trying to just do kind of magnanimous things, legacy type things, things that can get him close to people even talking to him, putting him in the GOAT conversation, things like that. And at this stage of his career, that's all he should be trying to do. Right? So of late, we know about him because of the simple fact he beat Errol Spence convincingly. We're going to have to go there, beat the hell out of Errol Spence. And you know, they was supposed to have a rematch. And everybody wanted to fight. Everybody understood that that was the fight to have. And of course, these big fights nowadays always have a rematch clause, and we had a rematch clause. So after the fight, the winner could pick what weight division they're going to fight at. When Terence Crawford was contemplating staying at 147 for the fight, there was an outrage. Hey, you know that Errol Spence can't really make the weight. Go fight at 154. So Terence Crawford is like, whatever. Well, we can do it at 154 then. Right? Just was as long as everybody's happy. Now, and what I'm hearing is he's going to be stripped of a 147-pound title by the IBF. And my point here is just straight up simple, and I think we should be in unison. Terence Crawford's a Hall of Famer. Back off. Canelo treatment. At least Canelo treatment. It should be more than Canelo treatment, but at least Canelo treatment. Because ain't nobody talking about Canelo at 168 pounds and all those belts that he seems to have. And you got to, with David Morrell, you have someone who over 2 years now has his WBA regular title. They're not stripping Canelo. And he's going up in weight to fight Bivol and all kind of stuff, coming down to fight mandatories that ain't really next in line, right? He's at the WBC. He's not fighting Benavidez, not getting stripped, not even thinking about the next fight. He's talking about Munguia or Belanga and stuff like that. Not, you know, taking care of none of his business. Now, Terence Crawford just did something awesome, and he should be able to wait to see what's up. You know, see, let me get something legacy-wise, and then we can get around to it. But okay, the IBF is kind of strict. You know, IBF is also doing the same thing when it comes to Filip Hrgović being IBF mandatory for those three belts from Alexander Usyk for the IBF for Alexander Usyk. So even if Usyk beats Tyson Fury and becomes undisputed, he's going to have to defend the IBF first. And I just think that's what they should do with Terence Crawford here. They know he has to fight Spence. After the Spence fight, then if it's not something ridiculously huge, then he should fight the IBF title holder, who is Jaron Boots Ennis. And I think that Jaron Boots Ennis should fight somebody like what Virgil Ortiz is gone now. Ain't nobody saying nothing. But anybody big. So if Terence Crawford were to fight him, that is a huge fight, not just a big one. Terence Crawford don't have time for any other fights that are not huge. And, you know, basically, you know, what does this do if you strip him of the title? That takes the luster off of him being undisputed, fighting. No, it does not necessarily, because he was undisputed already, so he don't need the belt. Actually, to go up to fight Canelo Alvarez, he can go do that, become undisputed, or go whoever somebody's undisputed. This is what he's trying to do, or something that's just ridiculous amount of money, right? Shouldn't have to do anything else. Listen, Terence Crawford has been going through it for the longest. You know, when he was at top rank, you know, couldn't get Manny Pacquiao. They were scared for Manny Pacquiao's well-being. Everybody in the media, you know, the promotion and Bob Arum was told the public, told the world, I don't want Manny Pacquiao to get hurt messing with Terence Crawford. And this is that Terence Crawford at 140 pounds, right? Didn't want Pacquiao to hurt him. Now, and they are on the same side of the street. They're both at top rank. Now, All the guys that were on that other side of the street, which was imaginary, but it was another side of the street, all of them guys would have fought Manny Pacquiao, though. It was Dan Garcia, if it would have been Keith Thurman, if it would have been Errol Spence, if it would have been Sean Porter, they would have all fought Manny Pacquiao. When it came to Terence Crawford, it's the side of the street. We can't do it yet. But Terence Crawford fought John Molina. Terence Crawford fought Felix Diaz on a different side of the street. So the side of the street came up. So Terence Crawford had to come up to 147 pounds and beat up everybody on his side of the street and whoever would get step to him, right? Huge guys, all the guys he's beat. If it's Jeff Horn, if it's Jose Benavidez, if it's, who's the other big old dude? Kell Brook. Them all 154 pounders, if not 160. Sean Porter, right? Knocked them all out, right? But couldn't get Errol Spence. So now you got Errol Spence, and he's handling his business. Now he's two-weight division undisputed and was trying to get Jermell Charlo. So at least he was going for it. But we're trying to keep away, because if he did that, we would be talking a lot of stuff, GOAT conversation. And the fights that he won back in the day, before now, would have a lot more significance, right? Because ain't nobody going to tell me that his win over Victor Postol ain't awesome. You know what I mean? His win over Bryce Prescott, when he did it, was awesome. He wasn't supposed to beat Delorme like that, neither, to quiet as kept. You know what I mean? Ndungo. Everybody can act like it was just Ndungo, but I'm playing Ndungo. That was a confident Ndungo. Y'all can act like he did, because everybody wasn't beating Troy Nowski in Russia undefeated at the time and going over to Scotland to beat Mr. Burns, right? That's what Ndungo did. He was on his way to Nebraska to beat up Terence Crawford. It just didn't work out for him. But that's a confident person at that time. You got to beat the confidence out of somebody, and Body Blow did it. And then moving up in division and got everybody shook in the higher weight division. But Manny Pacquiao and his team and the whole media scared of him. Yeah, this is the guy. So he shouldn't be stripped of nothing. You should be honored that he would wear your belt. That's what this is. So y'all can keep playing, keep away from Mr. GOAT. Getting up there and GOAT. He ain't no GOAT yet, but, think about it. If he would have had that win over Manny Pacquiao when it would have happened, we'd be all talking a whole different ball game now. That's why you can deprive these people of getting the status that they should belong and where they should be. Like Demetrius Andrade, same kind of thing. We ain't gonna get in him now. Anyway, I'm just thinking you're stripping him of the IBF title is just another way of trying to, keep away from the GOAT status. Because Terence Crawford is all that in a bag of chips. He's the baddest dude out here, #1 pound for pound. He's proved it over the years. He's constantly doing a consummate professional, wanting the hardest fights for the longest. I don't know. We shouldn't be rejoicing that he gets stripped. We should be all in unison saying, we don't give a damn. Don't be stripping him. Well, if we do, we don't give a damn, because he's the baddest one anyway. I understand that things have to keep moving on, and divisions have to keep moving on. But at one point, we got to remember that was an important fight to have. Terence Crawford just got the IBF belt, right? Just like he got the other ones. He only had the WBO, so all these are fresh. Give a man a chance to see. You seen he's trying to fight Jermell Charlo. Everybody know he was. Everybody know he's trying to fight Canelo, right? So, he doesn't have to go back and fight Jerron Boots Ennis right now, because I just simply think let Ennis get up to the point of beat somebody really with substance, so it would make some sense for a Terence Crawford at 35 years old and trying to make legacy, right? He don't have the time to be cleaning up all the divisions and all of that stuff right now. Y'all get that stuff together, just like the welterweight division should have had it done before he got up there. All them people were there already, right? He had to clean up the other side, and, then he wanted to fight all these guys. I remember Sean Porter shouldn't have been as mandatory. If one of them, he'd fight Sean Porter, because Spence had just fought him to a damn near a draw, right? And then, instead of Spence rematching him, you fight Sean Porter. He didn't want to, it was his boys, but he had to fight him. He done that too, right? Other side of the street, stuff like that, So at the end of the day, Terence Crawford is royalty now. Stripping him of a title doesn't really mean anything, but it's just the fact that you would do it. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm out of here, y'all.